Hey, yo, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker. Man, I'm a little bit late. Didn't mean to be, just try to put some stuff together. Um, so look, bro, I was just thinking about the teams, right? The championship team. So I just put something together where I'm gonna talk about them tonight. But yeah, man. I want to talk about a few things, and then is one other thing that I also want to talk about, which is a video that I played, and I found something else, but it ties in to what I'm trying to say, far as the message that our kids end up getting. So I think it's important. I think it's definitely important. But as y'all can see, I definitely got champions versus champions, AYF champions versus YNC champions. And I just want to talk about that, briefly and just really get into it and talk some youth football. But these are the games that I'm hoping and that I feel is definitely necessary to be made. So, coaches, I think we need to figure it out. Y'all need to get on a call. Y'all need to make sure that this game get made. I don't know where the game will be played. Both of y'all champions, so y'all got a leg to stand on, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not getting into all that. I don't care who what I'm saying, try to be the A side or whatever it is that y'all want to say. I just know that the game definitely needs to be played and made, and we need to see it. So I think it'll be dope if we actually get these teams to play versus each other. Actually at an event, you know what I'm saying, where it's champions versus champions at the starting at one of the preseasons. And to be honest, I'll say like probably the mid preseason, because I want both of these teams to get back to where they were, right? Far as getting acclimated, getting the kinks out, adjusting with the new players, all of those things. So if we able to do that, I think we're gonna have a really good season this year, to where you got a lot of people that can basically like get out who they felt like will win. We will have all the answers. So I think that it'll be dope if we actually get these teams. In fact, I'm gonna do a pre-prediction if the game were to be played of who will win and who I think will win. You know, but look, let me go ahead and get this out the way, because I wanted to talk about this real quick. I felt like there's too many mixed messages, especially with a lot of these kids watching. So I just kind of wanted to get this out the way, man. All right, so I end up seeing this, right. This is Brittany Griner, and Brittany is talking about Brittany Grinder with her son, right. You can tell she's enjoying fatherhood from the beautiful smile. So this young lady right here consider herself to be a man, right? Now, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm saying this for a reason. See, the thing is, she considers herself to be a man, but she's still playing in a woman's sport. So I'm not getting the message. If you consider yourself to be a young man that's in the NBA, WNBA, I'm sorry, right? I think it's only right that you consider playing in the NBA. Because you cannot have it both ways. You cannot say that, oh, I am a father, but then you're playing in a woman's sport. It's not this, like it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say that this is why a lot of people kind of does not take it serious, because of situations like this. if you want to be, if you want to go consider yourself to be a, you know, a different gender, okay, that's cool. But also you got to take what comes with it, right? You got a lot of individuals that's saying that, hey, um, I get it. I respect the fact that you know, consider yourself to be a certain, you know, certain thing. But at the same time, if that's what you're saying, then you know you're gonna have to act accordingly. You should not be playing in the WNBA because the WNBA is for women, people who consider themselves women. And I'm not sure if she's taking, you know, the man blockers and like hormone blockers and all that stuff. I'm not sure. But when I seen this, man, I just like, see, this is why a lot of people does not take it as serious as they should, is because, you know, situations like this. You consider yourself, you know, to be one thing, but then you're playing, you know, in a predominantly you know, women's sport. So, you know, you gotta, we gotta fix that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna consider yourself, I think you need to try to make that transition to go play in the in the NBA instead of playing in the WNBA, to where you will be treated, you know, just like everybody else. And so that's just my take on that, man. So let me know what y'all think in that regards. But I think that if she consider herself to be a man, she needs to try to play in a man sport, to where, you know, she doesn't have an advantage, because I do think that she is taking specific things. I'm not sure. It's allegedly, right? So I'm going off of some of the things that I end up reading. So that's just, you know, that's just my take on that. But let me get into it, to this. Hold on. Yeah, I was trying to do something else, y'all. Sorry if I seem like I'm doing something else, which I am. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get it to what is it, PA football. Hey, what's up, man? He said, hope all is well. Um, hope all is well. If we did get this declaration sooner than later, from teams as to which nationals they plan on attending, then it's less confusing, more clarification, and a lot easier to cover. Facts, right? All right, bro. So I was trying to send some notifications and stuff, a few of them or whatever. That's why I was kind of seeming like I was occupied and stuff. But yeah, bro, I wanted to get into the champion versus champion stuff, man. It's something that I definitely wanted to talk about because I'm looking at it, and then I just watched the one of the videos that I did with the Frankfurt Chargers and how they wanted to play the number one team, right? That they consider the number one team, which is Rare Breeds. And I thought, like, hold on, yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're supposed to play. What about the other champions? I think that this year, all the teams that went up, you know, I believe that all those teams should be trying to play the champion versus the other league, you know, just to kind of see where they at, right? And just to really kind of give the sport, youth football, just that edge, right? Just that I guess the suspense of the whole youth football stuff, because like I say, man, a lot of times we always speculate about who we think will win, and we thought that Bounty Boys will lose to Fort Lauderdale. That didn't happen. So you can speculate, you can say whatever it is that you want to say, but that doesn't necessarily mean that will be the case. So the first one that I'm gonna go with, right? The first one is okay, so it would be right, the drawing a blank, the Hawks, right? Black Hawks out of Philly versus the GEA Panthers, right? Now, if this game was to be played, if the North Philly Blackhawks were to play versus the GEA, two champions, if they were to play versus each other, who would win? Okay, so I'm going off my assessment. I believe that it's the consensus that number 6, right, from GEA is the best player in the country. I know that it's only 6U, but I think number 6 would definitely be considered the best player in the country. And I know a lot of people may feel like their player is the best, but have y'all played versus the best? See, they play versus the top teams, and to be honest, only a couple of them was close. They had pretty much blew out everybody. Even this year, they played versus a really good, I believe, Bessemer team, and Bessemer didn't even score. They were that good, that dominant. Now, would a team like the North Philly Blackhawks be able to compete versus the YNC team, which is the GEA Panthers? Would they be able to compete on a level to where um that they can make the game close or even beat this type of team? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be flat out honest with y'all. I think that this game, I would definitely have to go with the GEA Panthers. I don't even think it's a close game, to be honest. I think they at least win by 14 or more. And it's not just me taking the YNC team. I'm just looking at, oh, what's the team? Why Champ Cheese kept saying, he kept saying it was the North Philly Blackhawks. Okay. All right. So if it was them, because I asked him who was the 6U team that won it, and he kept saying North Philly Blackhawks. But anyway, so it still be the same. If it was North Philly, they'd definitely dominate them. He says, you mean play in the preseasons or throughout the years, or once everyone win their championship? Yeah, I'm saying the players, I mean the teams that actually won their championship, right? Play versus the other team that won their championship, right? But then this is like a all team type of things, right? So I have, let me see. Hey, what's good? What's good? Shout out to Wallace Park, man. But yeah, no, this is a championship versus, this is a champion versus champion type of situation. And I feel that all of these teams this season need to be playing versus each other, right? Now, you said the North Philly Blackhawks, but okay, I'm gonna X that one out because I really only know GEA, the Bessemers and stuff like that team in the YNC. So I asked Champ Cheese who was the team that won the AYF. He specifically stated that it was North Philly. And I should have known that it was inaccurate information because he said that North Philly won every age except for 8U. And I'm like, hold on. They didn't win. They didn't win versus Watkins. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I should have known that that wasn't accurate information, but I did try to ask for that, right? So even if this was the case, sorry, so this is not accurate. All right. So if it was North Philly, them versus GEA, definitely had GEA winning that. All right. So the next one, we got a good one. And this year, I actually think that is going to happen again. They played last season. Now both of them are champions. Who do I got in this one? Okay, this year, this will be the first year that the NWO will play without coaches on the field. And I think that right there within itself, it put them back, right? It put them in a position to where they're not going to be as sharp, right? I think they're going to be good, but they're also, like I say, they're going to be adapting and adjusting to, having to put themselves in position. unlike last year, right? The last year when the players was out of position, it was the coaches that was on the field that was making sure that they were in the right place. So you got somebody like Supreme. Supreme, they've been doing it for a very long time. So therefore, I believe that Supreme will also be just as good, right, as they were last year. They will actually be better if you ask me. But if they play NWO, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I definitely think it's going to be a close game. I also believe that they will most likely win. Kelsey, yeah, he says Supreme by a lot. I definitely think that they will win, right? I believe that Supreme will be supreme for the next, for sure, 3 to 4 years. And I just think NWO, like they will have some pieces, but I don't think that they will have enough to be able to overcome on the onslaught when it comes to 1 second. All right, there we go. Yeah, so when it comes to the Supreme, I definitely think that they're going to win it, for the next few years or whatever. But there are going to be some teams that's able to compete. I still think Bessemer is going to come out and be really good as well. So you got a lot of teams, man, that's going to be great, but I just don't think that this team will be able to beat Supreme. And I'm just be flat out honest with y'all. So far it's 2-0 when it comes to YNC versus the AYF. So this is just my personal opinion, right? So don't get upset or anything like that. But the next one, right? We got Frankfurt Chargers. Frankfurt Chargers actually reached out, if I'm not mistaken, Frankfurt Chargers reached out to Rare Breeds looking for a game, right? They said that they want to play at least two of the top teams if they come down here. They were trying to get the teams to come out there, right, to Rare Breed. So I'm not sure if Rare Breed going out there to them, and doing the org versus org, because they do got if I'm not mistaken, they do got a lot of teams out there that, every team from the ATL Elite organization can play versus. So, Frankfurt, they want to come out here. They won a championship, right? Last year they lost 4 games. I think Rare Breeds end up losing one, and I think that was versus the Bounty Boy. I mean, was it Bounty Boys? No, Billionaire Boys. So I don't see Frankfurt beating them. And I told the coach that, look, man, I like what y'all did. I think y'all have a hell of a story. Y'all lost 4 games, but y'all was still able to click when it counted. But I don't think that you guys will beat Rare Breeds. You know what I'm saying? I think that they are too much for y'all. Y'all wasn't able to beat Space City. They end up beating and knocking Space City off, which is a really good team. I'm gonna be flat out honest. Um, if they would have if they would have just kept running downhill and stuck with their guns and stopped trying to outsmart themselves, we might be having a different type of story. But the coaches kind of outcoached themselves. But I'll say, man, when it comes to you know, league, right? When we talk about nationals, a lot of people said that YNC had the best national. So I have to go with Rare Breed in this regard. So the next one, right? We got Gorilla Mob, right? AYF winners, AYF champions versus Bessemer Tigers. Now, for y'all who feel like y'all gonna beat, right, the Bessemer Tigers, this is just for the champions, the one who won it the previous season. I just think when it comes to Bessemer, They already beat the Gorilla Mob, although Gorilla Mob kind of cheated themselves, right? They messed the game up themselves. They had the game won, but then they just dropped the ball. But unless they got a full staff, I don't see the Gorilla Mob beating Bessemer, especially after they got my guy Quan. So I got Bessemer winning this game, right? In a close game. And I also think that the Gorilla Mob is a very underrated organization and team. But I just think that Bessemer, right, had to go through the gauntlet in order to get their championship, and they proved that they were actually the best team out there. So I would say that Gorilla Mob will lose this. So far, I got it 4-0. I got all teams so far winning from Y and C. But this is just my personal opinion. This is why I actually want to see the game. So I'm trying to advise the coaches to make these games so we can get it out our system. We can know emphatically and for a fact which team is actually the better team. And I think that most of these teams will actually get better, which is, a good thing. But I just want to see if these teams were to actually play versus each other, who would be victor. And like I say, man, I love Gorilla Mob story. I just don't think that the Gorilla Mob would be able to do enough, right? They wouldn't be able to do enough to beat Bessemer. So I would love to see that game. So the next one, right? We got the champion was Mac Dolphins for the AYF, and then you got Voodoo. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is the 11U so far for the past 2 or 3 years. The 11U has been very unpredictable. You had the Georgia Eagles. They literally went undefeated throughout the whole season, whooping everybody. And then they lost in that good championship. They lost in the championship. See, when you go to the championship, and then you know what I'm saying, and then you don't win it, that has been literally been the case when it came to the 11U, at least at the YNC. We like, oh, it's a foregone conclusion that Lambeau was gonna win. It was a foregone conclusion, right? That last year that the Georgia Eagles gonna win, undefeated, whooping everybody. The team that they played, they beat 3 times. And what do you know? They lost in that good championship. So when it's like that, you know what I'm saying? I just believe that the 11U, the reason it's like that is because that's when people are becoming into their own. That's when they're better, they're bigger, they're more physical, faster, right? And you see, like my guy Patrick, right? Bryce, you see how he was. The man showed up and he showed out. What's up, Coach Tim? Showed up and then he showed out. Asa was good. So I'm just telling y'all, bro, it's not a foregone conclusion. I know a lot of people gonna say, man, Voodoo gonna smack them. Voodoo gonna smack them. We don't know that, bro. Now, if Mac Dolphins get a running back like my guy from 404 or get somebody else, right? Bro, it's gonna be a trouble. And then not just that though. Not just that. Not just that. They got a passing game. And if anybody is honest, the passing game was Voodoo weakness. It was their weakness. So where Mac Dolphin is strong at, Voodoo was somewhat weak at, right? They were good, but they were somewhat, weak in that area. So if they got a passing game, they got a good line, they got, great wide receivers, a really good quarterback, right? if they can fulfill and get production out of their running back, man, Voodoo might be in trouble. They might be in trouble. And y'all know I'm Voodoo. I've been liking them and following them and filming them since 6U. But I gotta be realistic too. Like I always tell y'all, I like being right more than I like being liked. So therefore, I will have to go in this regard. Whoo! This is tough right here. This is tough. I would have to go with the champions. But like I said, it's definitely not a foregone conclusion. And to be honest, I'm really also leaning towards Mac Dolphins on that one. So that's the next one. All right, so we got them studs. We got them guys that's in the trenches that you can't never count out, right? So we got Miami Garden Ravens, and then we got Twin City Outlaws. Who win this game? Who win the Twin City Outlaws or the Miami Garden Ravens? Now, if we talking the season, I am. If they meet up, I am. I'm going with the Miami Garden Ravens over the Twin City Outlaws. Now, but when we talking that playoffs, I gotta stay with Twin City. But this is a preseason. This is, possibly a battle matchup or something, right? This is one of those where we can get this on the side or something. The coaches can meet up, link up, right? Create these games. If that's the case in the season, I'm going to go with the young bull, the young phenom, the man who's already getting offers from colleges. I'm going to have to go with Lil Rod. But that's just only in the season. That's only in regular season. Now, I'm not talking about, and the only reason why I'm actually going further with this is because the Miami Garden Ravens played in YNC. They already played in YNC. And they also last season came out, right, to Twin Cities hometown and took care of business. They took care of business. But the Twin City Outlaw beat the number 1, number 2, number 3 team, bro, to win the championship. You got to give them all kudos. Beat them, right? In very in not even in controversial fashion, but in in grit and grime, right? They beat them. They were down, right? Came back. Same like twice. Once versus I forget the first team. Was it MCU or something like that? But they were down by a lot. Came back. So I'm going to go with Miami Garden Ravens on this one. In that regards, I'm going to go with them. He says it's a different game at the championship game. Yes, it's definitely right. So, but in all of these, hey, and that's why I'm doing it. PA. Shout out to Kelsey too, man. Appreciate your support, Brody. All y'all support. He said if that 12U Miami Garden Ravens, they pick up compliment Lil Rod. Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Little Rod on that one. I damn near think that AYF should so far have 2. I just can't disrespect Voodoo like that. I cannot disrespect Voodoo like that. Because I'm looking and I'm saying, look, every year that Mac Dolphins get better, and they are strong where they are weak. So if they able to stop the run game and make Voodoo pass the ball, are they going to have has the same amount of success? I don't know. I don't think so. Right? That's why I said after Sports Fanatic asked me, man, what would you how would you game plan? Man, look, man, I'm stacking the box. I'm going to make sure that they pass the ball, and if they beat me on the pass, I can live with that. I can do that. But you can't beat me on the run. I can't allow that to happen. Right? Like he said, all these matchups should be at Y&C preseason. They should be. You know what I'm saying? It should be. This is something that I would like to see. And if Cam was smart, if he was smart, see, and I'm only gonna give this game, but I got other ways that can be done. But if he was smart, this is something that he would be trying to do. If he was smart, these are the games that he would be trying to make right now. This will put him in the position, to do specific things. But it's certain things that this man has to do, but I'm not giving the sauce. It gonna cost. It's definitely gonna do that. Can't do that. I can, but I mean, at the same time, these babies, they gonna have somewhere good to go, either way. But like, people don't do stuff for you for just for the love. So why should I do it? Not with the grown-ups. With the babies, yes, can do that all day. But let's go to the next one. All right. So the next one, okay, I did that one. So the last one will be this. This will be the last one. Okay. So they will be 13U next season. They'll be 13U next season. One second. 13U next season. Okay. We got the Bounty Boys and we got Big Zip. Now, who wins this game? Okay, so let's say that now it's Bounty Boys' turn for them to come to them. And if we're talking about the same team, Ball Hog and Jacory and my guy Mel and all them, right? Same team. I actually still think that Bounty Boys can beat them. I still think that Bounty Boys can beat them, right? In the regular season, with 0-0 in their full squad, their full 7-1 squad, I still think that they beat them. And here's why. They're geared. You said Big Zip. I still think Bounty Boys can pull that off, right? He says most of these matchups happened over the past 2 years, with the exception of Rare versus Frankfurt. Yeah, but it's a difference, right? When you actually turn champion. Now, when y'all both got that champion under y'all belt, the stakes heighten. The pressure is added. The game is more intense, right? The speculation is a lot more. The anticipation is there, right? It's heightened. So I want these people to play each other now after being champions. See what I'm saying? It's a different type of added belief that a person have when they become a champion. And that's the one thing that, that I believe that that makes everything, you know what I'm saying? Like man, we got to see these games. That's the reason. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody, they like, man, look, like for instance, right? You got Frankfurt Chargers. Frankfurt Chargers See, the with them, they lost four straight games, coach said, right? And they clicked at the right time. They clicked at the right time. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? Like now they know, like, if we dig deep enough, we can beat any team. And that's how they feeling. See, some teams, when they go into like the league or whatever, right? I mean, into a game, right, with a team that's supposed to be considered number one and all that other stuff, a lot of times that other team is intimidated. But no, I'm a champion too. Bro, I don't care about what you supposed to be number one, bro. I'm a champion as well. You feel me? We can beat anybody. So that's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference, and that's the mind, the mindset. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, before I come back to this, man, I just need to know if I'm tripping, right? Do y'all remember I played this video? I want y'all to let me know. This is fair use. If you remember this video, and the only reason why I'm playing it again is because I have another video to come after that, but I just want to know if I was tripping, right? And because my whole purpose for talking about this video was because I felt like it was a message that was misleading my babies. And so then I end up seeing, and I think Instagram is messy, bro, because I end up seeing a video. It's not like I'm searching for their videos, right? I end up seeing the video, and then it was like, okay, he says this, but damn, it kind of, I'm not gonna even say it. I just want to know if y'all get the same feeling that I do, or statement, right? Hold on.
Like, man, I got mentors, man, that probably don't know that they're my mentors.
Mm-hmm.
That was just crazy. And like, game ain't free.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my mentors is
All right, so I'm not gonna play that whole thing, but do you remember this video when my guy was talking about how the game ain't free, and to get a mentor is ain't free, you gotta pay, you gotta do all this other stuff, right? And then I ran across this video, which I don't listen, man. Just let me know what y'all think after I play this video.
God, you gotta give back. Like, that's how I've been so blessed and my business has grown. Is because I'm here to serve people. I'm here to give back. Like somebody told me, Derek, if you give people what they want, God is gonna give you what you want. And that's what I do. Consistent. I always help. I always say, and this is a rule I live by, and I think everybody should live by this rule right here. Any relationship that I have with anybody that I meet, I'm gonna give you more than what you give me. Because I know if I give you more than what you give me, then God's gonna bless me, and then now I'm making the world a better place. So think about that. If everybody you met said, I'm gonna give you more than what you give me, then everybody would give more, and then people wouldn't be so at odds with each other. Because
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Shout out to him, right? I think he's doing well with what he's doing, right? But I was a little confused with both messages. Is it a contradiction? I just wanted to know, am I tripping, or that those two videos contradict each other? I just need to know. My guy PA Tim, right? Aza Streets, like, bro, let me know. Am I tripping? Because it comes off very contradictory, right? He says, okay, so yeah, I'm not tripping. I'm like, bro, this is literally a mixed message. Are we helping each other, or do we gotta pay? So when I seen that, I say, "Oh, nah, bro. See, this is the thing. It comes off to me as say whatever, you know what I'm saying, that you think a person may want to hear. But that was very contradictory. right there. And that's why, you know, the first time I'm like, okay, the message is just off. But then I'm seeing this type of stuff, right? And it's just like, hold on. My guy just making content. That's what it comes off to me. Just saying anything, right? How is the real you? Because you said he says he give back, but then he also says, right? Then he also says that I gotta give back, right? I gotta give back because God, you know, blesses me and stuff. But bro, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I was just like, bro, like I really just played that video because I'm not gonna really just keep playing dude videos, like, you know, fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm not gonna keep playing his videos. Shout out to him. Hopefully he come on here one day, right? I did reach out to him before. Um, and he did reach back, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it just never happened. But hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like I could get him on here. I could ask him a few questions. Now I'm not gonna sit there and butcher him, but I will say one thing. Like, hey man, to be honest, I think a couple of things that you said was very contradictory. Or I just asked him to expand on why do you feel like you gotta pay a mentor? Because like I thought his form of giving back was mentoring you, not looking for something in return. You feel what I'm saying? So I seen that. I was like, okay, all right, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know, but like I do see his stuff, you know, shout out to the, you know, to him for the consistency or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. But hey, also, bro, for the parents that's in here, before I get back to some of this, you know, youth football stuff, for the parents that's in here, I want to show you guys why I told you to make sure that y'all trademark y'all kids' name. Now just listen to the first few seconds of this fair use. Listen to the first I want to say 15 seconds of this. But when I seen this, bro, it was like, bro, this is why I tell parents to make sure that they actually you know, do their due diligence and make sure that they trademark their kid's name, right? Get it in the LLC so they can write off, right? And all that type of stuff. But this is why.
Pat Riley is about to get paid. There's a three-peat coming up in the Super Bowl. He's about to get paid because he's got a patent. He's got an IP, an intellectual property right. He owns the three-peat phrase, and he's licensed it to the NFL. Just cut a deal. Well, he got that idea from Byron Scott, who's a player with him.
Did y'all hear that? The man about to get paid behind a phrase that he got from another player who actually came up with it. This is why I'm telling y'all to do y'all due diligence. Get the money that whatever money that y'all get, make sure y'all trademark this man's name. Did y'all, if y'all seen, I seen some of the interview for Blaze, but them boys, they getting money because they are legit. They got it. They are a business. They are an entity. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to show y'all that because for that reason, I kept telling people, listen, man, get your name trademark, right? Get your man, you know what I'm saying? Like get your name trademark. He says, willing to bet he has a bunch of contradictory content that is for folks that are easily misled, just like those motivational speeches, life coaches, right? Right. And that's why, man, you know what I'm saying? But what I am experiencing, right? And what I do realize is this. This is what I realize. Hey, but yeah, but look, I'm responding to this one, right? That's why he said, speaking life coaches, right? Here's the thing, bro. Everything that I say is because it's the information that I seen, right, from my partners being in the league and stuff like that. It's stuff that I know, right? My partner coming on here, right? Houston Lillard coming on here, giving a lot of great information and sauce. I already knew a lot of this stuff. I already knew it. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing wrong, right? Or listen, I've did this and I've never charged $1. So why would I mislead you? You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like real estate. If you really look at it, it's like real estate. And the reason why I say it's like real estate is because if you can lie to your customer, right? Make them buy a house, be shabby, but guess what? They would never come back to you again, right? They would never refer you. So how beneficial was it for you to get that house? If all of your clients are unsatisfied and they find out that you are selling houses and properties that you are unwilling to buy yourself. And that's what a lot of people do. They scam, they they do things that they wouldn't do. I'm not telling nobody, I'm not doing nothing that I don't do, that I wouldn't do. Right? I wouldn't tell you how to be in a relationship if I wasn't in one for 20 years. I wouldn't give you no advice. I wouldn't give you no advice about the streets if I wasn't running them at one point. I wouldn't give advice about football if I didn't know it or if I didn't play it. I wouldn't be doing a lot of stuff, right? And I wouldn't tell people or sell them a dream just for them to come and do specific things that just because I want your money, even if you're undeserving of it, of an all-star game. And that's why I think PA football don't like all-star games, because he feels like a lot of them are just schemes, get rich schemes. And some of that is because you really not an all-star. You didn't make it. You didn't have tryouts. You just want people to pay to get there or to play in it. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, bruh, some people are car salesmen, but I'm not about to do it with no kids. That's just me. You feel me? So, shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that's trying, that's doing their thing. But he says, Pat Riley been weaseling his way since University of Kentucky. Man, that's crazy. He says, see, this is why these parents need to be on his channel. You giving good game. Hey, man, I appreciate it, coach. I be trying. But the thing is, I think a lot of people run from information. It's like it never fails, right? The minute I start talking about stuff that can actually help the kids, then, which I'm not worried about. Some people gonna catch the playback. They probably watching in private, but we're not just trying to be on here to just talk you football. We trying to actually give some information. If we can empower the kids, right, and teach them how to fish and teach them how to go about their own way, then we good. Just like the video when I showed with the guy, right? He said, yes, you may get a commit. I mean, you may get somebody to send you, a offer, but they never committed. And you thinking that you got an offer, or you trying to go to that school, that university, but they never offered a scholarship. They never offered a scholarship. And a lot of times, players kind of get the short end of the stick because they didn't know that it was up to them to make sure that they are the ones to responsible, to make sure that they are continuing to stay engaged with those type of universities. See, a lot of people going to get duped, and they because they don't understand, but they also running from great information. See, some of this information that I'm giving is because I was literally told by the horse's mouth. I was told by my partner certain things. I was told by recruiters specific things, right? That's why I was telling some of these parents, look, man, stop acting like that. You think you getting away with it, but these kids, I'm telling you, but these recruiters, they are watching you and they're going to decommit from your son because of your behavior. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for a minute now. See, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to know something and withhold the information. I'm not going to do that. See, a lot of people are doing that and they coming with this. And I've heard this at least within 2 months. I heard at least 3 people say the game is to be sold, not told. Bro, you lame. You lame. You lame. Because at the end of the day, we dealing with kids, bro, who need a way, don't know which way to go. They only know that they want to try to make it to the NFL, and they have no understanding of how to do that. So therefore, they just playing football. They don't know nothing about business. And then you got parents that's out there, right? And this is what I've been trying to get people to see. Okay, you want to be a parent, right? Cool. You want to be the parent that's coaching on the sideline, right? Coaching your son. You want daddy ball. Okay, cool. What's your business like? What you know about business? What are you doing to get your son sponsors? Or are you just coaching them in training? Because that's not going to get you nowhere. Just coaching and training is not going to get you anywhere. At this point, right, these kids, I mean, not kids, but these companies are looking for you to come to them, not the other way around. Unless you just are a young Blaze, right, to where you already have healthy influence. A lot of these people, right, that's trying to spearhead their son direction and way to the league and all this other stuff. Like, bro, you not even making sure that your son name is trademark. Number one, you're not making sure that he knows anything about business. You not even making sure that you are putting this man's name in the hat. So you know what I'm saying? So they can get sponsors or they can get whatever. You're not doing that. So when people tell me, man, I'm just, like, bro, I'm spearheading this career. I'm doing this. See, the thing that you don't know about all of these people that spearheading their son, the Deons, right? The LeVar Balls, and when it was Stephen Curry, dad, and all them, you know what they did? They put business first. They business got them in a position to where they were able to make sure that their son was straight, that they were on the right path. And then, Eddie Curry was able to, was it Eddie Curry? Not Eddie Curry. Damn, what's his name? I forgot his name, first name. But he was able to do a lot of stuff. He says, so as far as your champions matchup, basically you're saying for the most part, 2025 won't be the year the rest of the country catches up to Georgia and YNC competitively overall. No, I'm not saying that. Because if they add a few pieces, you know what I'm saying, add some pieces, man, they can just about beat anybody. Right? Just like Dell Curry. Okay, thank you. Washco. Thank you. Whoo, man. Just like Dell Curry, though. You know what I'm saying? Dell Curry knew how the business worked. He made sure that he did what he's supposed to, and got Stephen Curry, a person that nobody was looking at Davidson, right? Got him in, into the league and stuff like that. But you gotta know what you're doing. If you don't know nothing about business, and especially the mothers, I brought the lady on here that knows all of the business side. She was a lawyer. And her thing is to get women, to empower them to think like Lamar Jackson's mother. And they didn't show up. And I think that's unfortunate, because I think it can change the game. If the mother understand, how the business work, and learn how to become an agent and all that stuff, I guarantee you it would change the whole dynamic of youth football. There won't be no cuss outs. There won't be, none of that foolery, right? It wouldn't be emotion like that. They'll be able to control themselves, because they understand, hey, I'm an entity, I'm a business, I'm a businesswoman, right? Or I got to make sure that my kids, right, are looked at in the best light as possible. And then we, what I'm saying? And then we going to be good. We're going to keep getting these NILs. We're going to manage this. We're going to do that. And the same with the fathers. But if you are not one of those fathers that's out there putting your son in the hat, you not doing nothing, my guy. It's cool that you there, but to think that, taking them from team to team is doing something. No, bro. You doing something when you able to utilize your influence to get your son some sponsors and some money. That's when you're doing something. If you can't do that, then, fall back, let your son play, and let people like me, help him, try to help him with the exposure and all that other stuff, and get out the way. Because it seems like you already know everything. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason for me to be with you. I mean, to be in your way. Because to be honest, a lot of these people that's actually doing this stuff, I got a couple minutes before I head off. So we got a lot of people out here, right, that's so-called looking out for the best interest of their child. Did you know none of them really call or try to get media to be there? That's the first step. You try to build a relationship with the media. Somebody that can film, somebody that has influence, somebody that can, you feel what I'm saying? Somebody that can help spotlight your son. You know how many weeks like I've been out to where it's like, bro, I ain't got no game. I don't know who's playing. I don't know none of this, right? Nobody called. Every week, bro, you're supposed to be in somebody, and every week y'all supposed to be in somebody's DM. Now let me tell you something, right? Because this is my dog, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something. When people did what they were supposed to do, when they called me, guess what I did? I got Capture a Star to come there. I didn't just do it myself, because my angle is to get these babies exposure. I don't care. That's how y'all can see me. I'm probably one of the few people, right, out there that you can see Born Chasers, right? You can see Warzone. You can see the SEAL. You can see YNC. You can see AYF, right? You can see my guy Amp Quality. You can see Alert. You can see Capture Star, all with me. You know why? Because the kids is my mission to make sure that they are empowered. That's my mission. That's my goal. And me giving them information and empowering them this is the reason, because a lot of people don't know what they're doing, right? They're trying to spearhead their son's future, but have no clue of how to do it. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I have literally, when people have called me, I have called Capture a Star, right? I have literally called my guy from Under the Radar. I've told him, a few times where the stuff was gonna be. I have brought Amp Quality in Alert Sports, right? Hey man, come to this game, come do this, come do that. I've done that. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times when people have reached out to me, it ended up being a 3-1 because I end up calling my guys to come and, come up there to film with me. You feel me? We have a good time every time we see each other, but you will only know that if you do your due diligence. So if you are a parent that have not did any of that, bro, you wasting your time. Nothing moves without media. And that's what I don't think people fully understands yet. Nothing moves without media. He says, you going to be at the NFC Spring League? I don't know. I doubt it. You let me know a little bit more about it, or send me a flyer. If you can send me a flyer, I can let you know. It says the business is still relatively new in our community in youth sports. And here is the thing, Wash Cole. Here's the thing. It's not new. You know what's new? Because I've seen people who've been getting paid, right? Doing t-shirts, selling their own brand and stuff like that. What's new is that people understand now that you can actually get paid from it, right? But thinking business and in sports, is not new. It's just our community. We always find out late. There has always been people doing business, right? Doing sponsorships, doing, it's just, and it goes back to what I said about those people. The game ain't free. So they knew what was going on, right? They knew what was going on. They knew that you could have did this, but they didn't want to tell you. How does that work? Man, hey, look, I knew exactly how to make you a millionaire, but since you ain't pay me, I can't tell you. Like, how does that sound? It doesn't sound good. It doesn't at all. He said it's being posted on this group. Oh, but I'll send. Okay, bet. But yeah, man. Yeah, but that's my time, man. I definitely thank and appreciate y'all for tuning in. But look, man, like I say, we about to get into high school news, high school football. Definitely still doing the youth. And man, we just trying to, make sure that these kids learn. We try to make sure that they learn, because too many coaches is unaware with how to help these kids outside of the football field. And that's the most important. That's the most important, because people don't understand, man. A lot of times when you go home, right, you dealing with a different type of world. I need to know other stuff. I need to know what keeps me busy. I need to know what facilities to go to. I need to know, what recruits is looking at me. I need to know if you got a relationship with any of these colleges. I need to know what is you doing for me outside of football. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Students first, athletes second. In peace. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. I'm out.